So, I think we're back. I think. It's hard to tell. Can I get a 1 in chat if you see my, not beautiful face, that's like a silly and ahead of myself here, but if you see my face on your screen. There we go. It's bloody collar. I'm just going to leave this now. Way, we did it. Map 1, internet. Well, 1 in this case. It was a late equalizer from me there, stealing it at the back post, Emmett Doran style. Oh, dear. Right, now all of my other stuff is, like, completely fucked up as well now. Right, one sec. I'm just going to reconnect all the Twitch shit in the background. Hopefully this will reconnect any minute now. Otherwise, the sub stuff won't work properly. Deary me. Matt's face, yeah, true. Also, petition to start naming him Breaky Internet. Because I think he kind of deserves it at that point. I blame Enrique Araujo at this point. It's never happened before, has it? I'm just saying. No, the problem was very much my end. Do you know what? I'm just going to wait for this thing to actually fucking sort itself out. Is this thing still not ready? Yeah, come on. Oh, whatever. It just means the chat triggers won't work properly. Right. So, where are we? Hopefully this is all going to work now. Yeah. Do what it takes to make you believe. With my whole life and drive. We do what we want, but we're not free. With our hearts on hyperdrive. Hello, chatto. How's it going? All right? Where's the music? Where's the music gone, Matt? What's happened? Fucking hell, mate. Where's it gone? Yeah, it's fine. Morning. How's it going? Hi, VODies. On this second VOD. Because it's now going to have to be 2 of the fuckers. Oh, dear. So if you've made it to the second VOD. Late start, I know. What can I say, chat? I'm an afternoon streamer now. I start in the... I sleep in late. Just chill in bed. Eat cheese off my tits. Let it melt a little bit. Gives it extra special, you know? Imagine they turn into this. This is the first experience of the stream. Good lord. Yeah, both ends. You know, I'm creating internet synergy, all right? Leave me alone. Hey, HDA, how's it going, man? If you just joined us, we just had an internet outage. I say we, me, and Blue of Pineapple, thank you so much for the follow. Hopefully that's not broken as well. Probably is, let's face it. We'll make it through, though. We will make it through. Right, Harold Bishop Ultra's time, so I can try and fix some more of the stuff that's now broken. Do it with me, friends. Oh, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and go.
The minute you get uptight, you're dead.
I got through Harold and I'm in the house where the coffee's green and the food is grouse. With sandwiches and lasagna too.
Ice cream sundaes for me and you.
I got through Harold and I'm in the house where the coffee's green and the food is grouse. With sandwiches and lasagna too.
Ice cream sundaes for me and you.
I try not to lose my temper with myself.
Oh, goodness sake and shit and balls.
The minute you get uptight, you're dead.
I think it's all a bit broken, chat. Oh, if I'm honest, my hype button doesn't even work. There it is! We got it! The hype button does work, after all. Weezer, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs during the Harold Bishop. I honestly thought it was going to trigger it twice. Oh, dear, it's all gone a bit wrong. All those... Oh, they've got Katz and Daka from Red Bull Salzburger. For presents, yes! They work. The presents work. Good stuff. That whole month of January, where I did every intro flawlessly, has just been completely ruined. Stay for the jank, exactly. But apparently a lot of people didn't. Ah, well, fair one. We were gone for a little while. Daniel Eversting goal, yeah. How does this team check? So James Justin and Didi Soyuncu top. That was weird. Tielemans, Madison, Iheanacho, Will Alves. Oh, he's a youngster at Leicester. Fair one. I know. What kind of mug sold me this knockoff graphics card, eh? I'm going to go find him. And I'll ask him to remove me from his baby picture album. That sounds weird. What? That's not quite what I meant. Just me like that. Basically, Ev and I a couple of weeks ago went around to meet Dean's newborn son, and there's obviously pictures of us holding them, and they were in an album. But you get what I'm saying? Oh, they playing? No, they better be. After all the shit I've had from their manager, they better be. I know it's going, but we're going to keep the memory alive, Jay Schultz. Don't worry. Knockoff streamer. Oh no, you know what you were getting into. I've never claimed to be anything more than average. So we've only got Northern Ireland, Ireland, Scotland, and Wales loaded, but we have a massive database because we're using the database trick where you load all the players but not the teams. So that way you still get all the players. And if you're interested in how that works, then if you do ! database, you'll find out all about it. It's quite useful for when you just want to claim to be okay-ish. So you, true. That was a bit below average. So they go, no, we can do this. We can go and win our Champions League. We can go and win our Europa League group or something. We're not. Harvey Barnes is going to wreck us. That was our punishment. Yeah, we should have just done Scotland, chat. We're doing fine. Look at this. Joint top of the group. I think my will to live died with it, Rob. There's one thing I can do. It's playoff incompetence into the memes. The Dons. Thank you very much for the follow. And even the follower alerts are working again now. There we go. It's all good. Yeah, it all still works in the background. It just means that you can't play in the league. But obviously, if you wanted to, you could just turn it on. But it just allows you to get all the players from all the top division clubs. And they still produce regens, most importantly. That's really the key factor for me, is they still produce youth players. Oh. Other teams' games? Yeah. Oh, and FM21. In fact, yes, there definitely is, because we used to do it. Oh, no way. Oh, that was the chance. Yeah, so when the fixtures load up, on the screen with the fixtures, if you hit the thing in the middle where the V is, it will say attend, and that will allow you to go watch the game. Difference between that and view only. View only still simulates the stuff, as far as I know, and it does still slow things down. That's the reason we do it. Like, it will still have to simulate stuff in view only, because you can still view it, basically. So, put it this way, I can't go look at fixtures or anything like that, because it doesn't simulate the fixtures. Well, it sort of does, but you don't see them, if that makes sense. So if you go on a player that's playing in a league, you'll still see that they have appearances and all that jazz. But you can't see what the appearances were, if that makes sense. But they still seem to develop just fine. We've never noticed any issues with it. And it's just a great way of having yourself lots of... Particularly if you're working on a slightly lower end PC, I think it's a great way of being able to get more players in the database without noticeable slowdown, really. I've been doing it for at least the last 2.5 years. Hello, U-shaped sofa. And we have gone behind? But that might be disallowed. Last day of term. Nice. Got anything planned to celebrate? Oh. Well, that was interesting. Eb's just messaged me being like, did stream crash? And stream didn't some... Why is it now popped up with saying it was his 6th goal of the season? Yeah, he's just a tad offside there. Just a smidge, you might say. I get the feeling we're probably going to lose this, but we'll give it our best shot. Still got a few more matches to get through in Europe after all. Oh, God. Oh, good save. Got a friend tomorrow. Sick. Nice. Oh, dear. I like to believe when we had the crash. You know those videos you see where all the crowd pouring out of the stadium early when the team's 7-0 down? It was kind of like that, but stream version of it, you know? It's the goal rush. No, I blame Classy Neck, who will now be dubbed Breaky Internet. Oh, what a save. Everson's quite good. I know. Imagine that. Having friends, Rob. We'll never know that feeling. Oh, and Doran with the header. Bay Hudson. How's it going? 14 months. Thank you very much, man. A bear fact? Why, yes.
Afternoon, Mato. Please, may we have a bear fact?
Let's go. What we got? Ooh. All right. What we do? Oh, dear. This is a... All right, here we go. Bear healthcare. Ready, chat? Nature provides excellent healthcare benefits for bears. Acidic skin secretions... as insecticide. Acidic skin secretions prevent wound infections. I've just had to use the phrase acidic skin secretions twice in a row. Bears can survive amputation. What the fuck? I'm sorry. I don't know if you can see. You're probably not going to be able to see it because the camera won't focus. It says just one line. Bears can survive amputations. Well, yes, but who the fuck is amputating it? Is my question. That's just... All right. Bears have natural resistances. Fractures readily mend. There you go. We've entered a rabbit hole that I didn't expect us to go into today with that one. Ah. There's a bear doctor roaming around with an errant chainsaw. Or what indeed? Apparently, yeah. That was the end of that section. Much like human hands, probably. Stop amputating bears. Agreed. I think we can all agree that that is a bad thing to do. That's the first time we've accidentally landed on the bear diseases page, to be honest. Usually we end up on things like... Well, actually, I couldn't even possibly give you a clue. Oh, God, he's going to square this, isn't he? Bear doctors, true. Paging Dr. Bear. Arr? That could totally be a thing. Fractures from rabbit holes. I don't know, because that all just sounds like one giant euphemism, if I'm honest. I've seen the John Lewis adverts. I know what's going on between that bear. Oh, God, that's a... Oh, what? Oh, hang on. Oh, Winnie the paraplegic. True. See, Winnie the Pooh was a man after my own heart because he never wore trousers either, you see. He knew. I mean, he did it in public. I would argue that Winnie the Pooh was actually somewhat of an exhibitionist. Passadaka anticipated that brilliantly. Annoyingly. We've sort of not held our own, but we've had a few little openings here, which ain't bad. I'm at the head of a bear. Yes, the head of a bear. We've got... Oh, I think I've still got some Asahi knocking about somewhere. Either that or I'll just have to win another showdown so my mate will buy me another case. The Chinese prison. Sure, why not, eh? While we're here. Oh, dear. We're not doing great, are we? But it's only 1-0. Just takes one moment. Get Emmett the ball and wait for the magic. Particularly with Norgeland and Braga drawing. He's done it. 60 goals. And we've equalised against Leicester fucking City. Jack! Thank you very much for the 12 months.
Big year energy.
Very big year energy as Emmett celebrates his 60th goal of the season. That's mental. And it's an important one. To actually level things up with Leicester City. Mental. Give him the ball and he will score. 60 goals this season. Unbelievable. What a player he's been for us this year. And now he's well on his way for top scorer in the Europa League too, potentially. Leicester effing City. Apparently so. Soon they'll be singing Emmett Doran's name at this rate. How has he gone through there? How has he gone through there? Okay. I don't think he's going to quite get it, but you never know. We've got one league game left, a cup final. Moses on the right, is he? Maybe. We'll see. Any clubs after him? Not really, no. I think Aberdeen were interested in him. And needless to say, I think I've got the clout to be able to buff away Aberdeen at this point. Maybe. Watch him move to Aberdeen in the winter. Right, subs. Okay. Who have we even got? We might actually just do the straight up, like you say, but then also go for Sharif on the left. And maybe just leave it there, actually. Oh, hang on. Move those two over. That was bad. How many games has he played? A lot less than you might think. I think he's on 34. So this would be his 35th appearance of the season. 35 appearances. He's now had 60 goals. He's nearly averaging 2 a game. That's mad. And that's across all competitions. He has 13 in the Champions League, 5 in the Europa League. Bear in mind, this is the first... We've only played in the groups so far. He also has 9 in the cup. Or sorry, 9 in the League Cup. I think 4 in the other cup. And 29 in the league. He's had a good year. Probably a record-breaking year. Leighton, thank you very much for the follow. That's very nice of you. Welcome aboard. Come as we've just celebrated the 60th goal of the season for our striker. Kardashians will be celebrating that trade. Which trade? Who's getting traded? Oh, go on. Michael. Imagine if we beat Leicester. How many games has he not scored in? No. Not a lot of them. Oh, no way. Oh, good save from... Everson is a really good keeper. Like, he's made some stunning stops today. Oh! Think about live thing. Ooh. My friend of mine actually did get to see Linkin Park live. I wasn't really into them at the time. I was into them when I was a bit young. Like, I really liked Linkin Park during like the Hybrid Theory, Meteora era. But I kind of lost interest after that. I did enjoy some of the more recent, I say more recent stuff, you know what I mean by that. But at the time, I wasn't super into them. But those first 2 albums are classics. Oh, God, please no. Oh, what on earth. Kanye West been traded to the Dallas Cowboys. I hate goals like that because it just feels like surely the keeper could just cut that out. It's so close to the byline. A dum-dum or a num-num, maybe. The ones he hasn't played in. No, he's scored in those too. He's so good he can score even when he's not playing. He wills the ball into the net. I could really do with a nice Norgeland equaliser now. Leicester have been better than us. It's just disappointing. In the end, it doesn't really matter exactly. Oh, good. Who was that? Who am I sacking tomorrow? Who's done the... Are we even going to find out? I mean, it's obviously going to be given. They're always given. Who pushed him? Remy! Right, that's your loan spell not getting extended. Hey, Kev. Treaty is treating us well. Oh, they could be treating us better. We are about to probably lose in the not the Champions League, the Europa League. I wish. But at the very least, we've won our first 2 league games. So first 2 group games, rather. So that's something. Like, Reanimation for me was, like, fine. There's a couple of okay songs in Reanimation, but it just... I do hate it when bands do that. Just make a new album, then. I guess money is important, isn't it? So I'm making a Hybrid Theory style song, and he had it all down in a few hours. Really? Have you got a link to that? That sounds amazing. I really enjoyed Mike Shinoda's sort of mini side project, Fort Minor. I fucked with Fort Minor. They were so good. Their song, oh god, what's it called? Is it Kenji? I think it's called Kenji. Really good song. Oh dear. Coefficient doing. Actually, that's a good point. We haven't looked at the coefficient yet. It can't do that. We'll have gained a little bit because we obviously beat Braga. But obviously we're losing today. So it won't have gone up by much, but we'll definitely have a little gander after this as we're about to concede another goal to Leicester City. What is he doing? Bart, come on. Shola Shorteye is playing for him. I don't know. Some bands have replicated that same style over and over. Just look at Imagine Dragons. And it works, to be fair. Yeah, this has got a lot worse, seemingly very quickly. That went a little bit off the rails. Maybe 4-1's a bit harsh, but we also had that quite fortunate result against Braga, so I guess we kind of got to take the good with the bad. Maybe stop giving away stupid penalties. Is this it? Okay, sick. It shouldn't autoplay. Oh, it's like an hour. Oh, that's beautiful. I know what I'm listening to later then. I can chill after stream as I try to find a way to piece back together the 2 bloody versions of the stream. So, for Voddies, apologies that you've had to watch this in 2 parts. It's just because Twitch doesn't let me export them to YouTube anymore, and I have to download them all manually and then re-upload them. So that's fun. Ever since Twitch had that breach, they won't let you link your accounts back together properly. Yeah, it's kind of wasted there, isn't it? Imagine if it was a drink or something. Vodka. And then again, no, don't give them ideas. There'll be Imagine Dragons branded vodka soon. Maybe Imagine Dragons branded cyanide, just in case you have to listen to them. No, I actually didn't mind a couple of the songs that they originally... There was a song they had called Demons, which I actually thought was really good back in the day. That was a long time ago now, it feels like, though. Okay, good. Nice, what we need there. The Simon of Vodka. Hey, I don't blame them, to be fair. It's a good marketing strategy, I guess. Jack Butty, that is a great name. Oh, hang on. Oh, it's my other save. On my other save, Leeds United have a youth player called Jack Jacko. I shit you not. It's the wrong save, but yeah. I saw it the other day when I was doing some scouting. Leeds have a player called Jack Jacko. Spelt exactly like that. Eddie here making demands. Like, piss off, Eddie. Ah, right. Coefficients. How are we doing this season? 2.75. It's not been superb. No, I actually, like I said, I like a few of their songs. It's just, it feels like more recently, it's the same. I think they've almost taken over from Nickelback as far as people's opinions. Because Nickelback, again, had some really good songs at the start, or I certainly thought so. Yeah, Linkin Park were always reinventing themselves. And the thing about bands that reinvent themselves all the time is sometimes you may not like what they've reinvented themselves into, but I find if you're patient enough, they kind of come back around. I'm very much like this with Bring Me the Horizon. So I never really used to like Bring Me the Horizon particularly very much because it was just never quite to my taste. Their earlier stuff was too heavy for what I liked at the time. But then as I got into heavier music, they were moving into more lighter stuff. Yeah, well, actually, I'll sort it like that. But then when Sempiternal came out, it did me. Has this song got like a metronome in the background? I've literally just been playing that Mike Shinoda live stream in the background and I hadn't realised it. That's my bad, Chato. I was wondering what was going on there, yeah. I was like, why is this song got a metronome on it that's out of time? There we go. But yeah, so I really liked Sempiternal, and then the stuff that was after that was a little bit. But their most recent EP I really, really like, particularly the song with Amy Lee and Parasite Eve. Not a big fan of it. Yeah, but that's got nothing to do with the music, is it? You know, I'm capable of separating the art from the artist. You know, someone can be a wanker and I can still enjoy the music that was created by people with them involved, you know? Why do you have a metro? Oh, it's and copyright claim. Hopefully not. It's his like countdown intro thingy to his stream or something. Like, I probably can show you actually. It's that basically was what it was. Yeah, I was never a big fan of Pray for Plagues, or even really the album after that. The Come Down and Chelsea Smile. Okay, but I don't know. But honestly, I think back then I just kind of didn't like Ollie Sykes for the exact same reason you did, and therefore I sort of dismissed their music, which is dumb. Like, I used to like listening to Lost Prophets. They actually made some very good songs. Difficult to now, but, you know, I feel sorry for those guys. I haven't listened to Lost Prophets in a long, long time. Probably not since, but it wasn't even a cognitive choice. It's just that, like, they were brand new. What did Jesse Lacey... Was it Jesse Lacey? Brand New had some absolute smackers. They had some brilliant songs. Their first couple of albums, as always with these things, were so good. Songs like Me vs. Maradona vs. Elvis and loads of those types. Lots of songs for that album especially were phenomenal. Right, so this is the final league game, which means Emmett might not be able to start, actually. Brand New is so good. Yeah, solo artists is a bit different because they are their brand, essentially. I didn't know what happened with Jesse Lacey. In fact, no, this is not even go there, actually. Maybe I don't want to know. Certainly not on stream. Because they were one of my favourite bands back in the day. Just... I'll tell you what it was. I got introduced to Brand New, would you believe, chat, through the NHL 2004 soundtrack, because The Quiet Things That No One Ever Knows was on that soundtrack. Still my favourite game soundtrack of all time. Water Parks. Not familiar with them. Yeah, no, Nickelback had some great songs. Like, unironically, I remember going into music class to do a presentation once when I was like 12 on a Nickelback song, so I can hardly sit here and pretend that I didn't. I think a lot of people grow up with certain games, and as a result, the soundtracks to them get stuck in your mind for nostalgia value, but also the bands on those soundtracks. Like, I grew to like a lot of bands just from that one soundtrack of NHL 2004. Like Smile Empty Soul. Oh no, that was off the Spider-Man soundtrack, which I bought in Edinburgh once, and I started to like half the bands on the soundtrack to that. Spider-Man 2, I think it was, actually. Such a good soundtrack. It's the one with Hero on it, I think. Or was that Spider-Man 1? I can never remember. Oh my god, Nathan Hoskins nearly smashed one there. I haven't played an NHL game in ages since they stopped putting them on PC. I'd love to... Well, I got introduced to hockey pretty much because of the NHL games. I used to play GM mode, always as a Colorado Avalanche, of course, just for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours as a kid. And, those, in 2003, 2004, 2005, some of the best games I've ever played. Just so much fun. And that's how I got into it, honestly. And then cut to me making my mum record NHL games off of NASN on a Saturday night, on a Friday night, so I could watch them on a Saturday morning because they were on at stupid o'clock. And there was this hockey shop in Harlow that used... I say hockey shop. It was like an American sports shop. And it was the only place you could get, like, hockey-related stuff, as Mura puts us in front. Detroit Red Wings, Steve Eisman. These are definitely people and names. No, I know who they are, obviously. I'm just... Avs and the Red Wings had quite a big rivalry back then. All of that, like... Most of my hockey knowledge comes from the era of, like, 2004. Basically. Although I have been trying to get back into it lately. Particularly as the Avs are having a cracking season, which helps. Super Mega Baseball. See, I actually did have a baseball game. I can't remember what it was. I think it was probably just MLB insert year. I think EA probably had the licenses back then. I don't know. God, I wish there was a hockey game on PC, though. It's so dumb that there isn't. I don't get why. Not that apparently NHL games are really good these days anyway, but... Tried to save Arizona by making Sheffield's own Liam Kirk a superstar. It took a while. Yeah, not the best hockey nation, are we, really? Never quite had FIFA 98. I think the first FIFA game I had was FIFA 2000. Right, Matt, I'm going to predict what that TikTok is before I look at it. I reckon it's going to be that one of the guys singing Hero with the background... Hang on. Oh, no. It's not. Okay, I was wrong. M constantly shows me this, I can't click that, obviously. M constantly shows me this TikTok of this guy singing Hero. It is what it is. Yeah, FIFA 2000, I definitely had that. The first football game I ever had was either Pro Evo. No, not Pro Evo. International Superstar Soccer Pro. Gotta get it right. With all the stupid names. Or World Cup 98 game, and I can't remember which one came out first. It was PS1 era. Is it Galway's TikTok mudding? They didn't TikTok. They just commented on my TikTok to mud me. But I bet you their shirt doesn't feel like a sticker on the front. It probably does, actually. Sensible Soccer apparently was really good. I think I have played an earlier one. I remember Dean and I were at Viking's house once playing. It was random. We were just there playing like really old FIFA games and eating ice creams. It was just in the middle of the day. I don't know why, but yeah, I think that might have been FIFA 96. Was there even a FIFA 96? I just remember running away from the referee. No, for me it was International Superstar Soccer Pro. Because you could rent games from the library. You probably still can now. But back then, it was like a good way of me just getting... So there was this game called... I think it was called Hogs of War. It was kind of like Worms. But imagine it being like much more 3D. And it was pigs. And it was brilliant. And we've hit the goal difference. Right, so stop there, lads. Don't score anymore. Hogs of War was so good. Like, it was... If anyone's ever played Worms, it was like that. But I wouldn't say better, but different. Both, but so I have EHM and all those games, or Husby. I've just never quite been able to get into it because I don't understand enough about hockey tactics to find that part enjoyable, I think. Plus, the match engines with them obviously are very much the 2D. Hogs of War was so... I love how many of you have just been like, shit, I remember playing that. So good. When I left the 2D behind. Yeah, Worms, by the way, amazing game. Like, what a game that is. I haven't played Worms in ages. Oh, wow, that's the second one of the stream. You've never heard of it? Of Hogs of War? It's probably a bit... Oh, nice one, Wassa. You probably... I don't think it would have aged super well. But at the time, it was classic. Oh, yeah, the graphics were terrible. It was World War II themed. Was it World War One? Either way, it was World War themed. Yeah, you're right. I kind of prefer the 2D Worms games. I didn't even know they made 3D ones, actually. The last Worms game I've got was... Yes, he did! I remember someone bringing this up last time. Might have even been you, Aiden, honestly. I definitely talked about this before. Moses going and ruining our bloody goal difference. Making sure I don't ban the chat. Oh, God. 3D on Steam. Oh, so you can't get the 2D ones on Steam. I think I've got a Worms game in my Steam library. I just cannot for the life of me remember which one it is. It's probably Worms Armageddon. If I had to guess... Let me have a look. Since we've apparently decided to abandon our XG game. Not XG, our goal difference game. And Nathan Hosker, I think, might just score his first goal for us. That's kind of cool. Just while I'm casually browsing my Steam library. Worms Armageddon. Oh, I've got Worms Armageddon and Worms Revolution. Is Worms Revolution the 3D one? Maybe. That could be. Worms Street. Oh, I'll get the boys in. That would actually be quite a fun thing to do for part of a charity stream. That and a bit of Rocket League that I would definitely be embarrassed about. Embarrassed about. A Worms Battle Royale. I don't know. Does it need it, though? I got Worms. Hey, I do have Worms. I got 2 versions of it, actually. I'll have you know. Those are fun games. Oh, I remember playing games with friends and they weren't online. Obviously, they've been a godsend over the last year. Wow, we're going to get another goal here. Theme Hospital was so good. Have you played 2 Point Hospital, Dan? I would highly recommend it if you haven't. Oh, no, I agree. That's what I mean. I don't think everything needs... Imagine if FM launched a Battle Royale mode. Moses has been popping off. Get pills to help with worms. Nah, I don't need those. It's fine. I'll lose loads of weight as long as it's a tapeworm, right? If it's an earthworm, I'm fucked. 2 Point is great, yeah. Really enjoyed that. There's been more of it. Costa Rican player with a Thai agent. Well, you know where he's moving next. We just won 5-0 here. Also, Michael Sharif had to score in the 68th minute, didn't he? Bastard. Hey, Dan. How's it going, man? His instructions on how to make drugs. Which particular drug, Dissolution? Just that red card game. I suppose so, yeah. Yeah, you'd literally move things to other people's houses. That was mad. People had more time, it felt like. People were less, I don't know. We're going okay. We had a slight balk in the stream earlier. Crack cocaine. Oh, good. My only experience with that was when that very polite drug dealer tried to offer me something less than that time. I don't know how an FM Battle Royale would work. Pester Ben about it and he'll make a showdown or Battle Royale somehow. Don't pester Ben. Paul Cortez. He's one of our Consumer Price Index players, but still nothing doing there. Oh, potentially good player from Partisan. I think you mean Snowman. I was very drunk. I was just trying to get him to leave me alone. iToy. Wasn't that thing that they made for PS? I remember something like that. Never had one. Loot boxes with players after games. True. Oh god, don't give them ideas. 2 Point Campus. What, for like a university style game? I swear that game existed. I have weird oh god, you've just given me like weird flashbacks to playing a game like that. I remember I used to have so many weird games like this. I swear there was one about managing a TV station as well. Maybe I'm imagining that game. Oh, I have to say, has anyone got a link to this? I'm going to have so much stuff to watch after stream. You have no idea. It's going to be a lovely evening. Yeah, those guys will go. Wait, what? I hate when it does that, when it doesn't let you discard players. So do you know what the game... So is it like about a university? The movies. That might have been the one. No, it can't have been. Maybe. I remember a game about managing a TV studio or something. No, this was an old ass game. Although Papers, Please is quality. Love that game. Mad TV. I don't think it was. Not for broadcast. Oh, this is brand new. That's kind of cool, actually. But definitely not the game I was thinking of. But that's still cool that it exists. The Lionhead Studios in the early 2000s. That might have been the one, actually. Has anyone got a link to like a Wikipedia? I'll recognize the cover immediately. Oh, perfect. I'm just stacked with things to watch here. This is brilliant. So much real footage. Yeah, that might be... Ah, the movie's there. We go. See if this is the one. We talked about this a little while ago, and nobody was able to tell me. Ooh, I don't know. It's hard to say. I'll have to look at that. I'm not sure if it was or not. I still remember the one I had a black cover with like purple on it or pink or something, but maybe I'm wrong. Lennon's now. Oh, is he? Well, tough. Business sim game. Yeah, I don't know if that's the one I was thinking of. The one I was thinking of actually had like people that would walk around in this office, like a TV studio or something. It was weird. Expansions with different colours. I don't know. Maybe. How's this guy? Oh, we won't talk to him anyway. Still going to keep an eye on players like this, though, for our Consumer Price Index. Ryan Pause. Oh, that's good. I like that. I guess it's Pause, but still. Corey Dowan. Oh, has anyone got a link to the Aston Martin livery? Marco Pratelli. A fine Croatian-sounding name. Jonas Huzabur. Oh, is this it? Let's have a look. Ooh. Yes. I like that. The tyres look so strange, man. I like the yellow trim. Yes, very nice. It's the colour. Yeah, it's kind of like that kind of sparkliness to it. I like it. It could just be the lighting, obviously, but... Bjarne Hansen, sure, why not? Ooh, loads more of these guys coming through all of a sudden. It is, yeah. Well, there's Motorsport Manager, which I thought was really good, and apparently there's going to be an F1 Manager game coming out at some point relatively soon-ish, but I just worry with those. I wish there was, like, a game that... Kind of like Motorsport Manager, but with a bigger team, honestly, and more stuff for it, you know? Although the mods for that are pretty excellent. Some of them add so much stuff to the game, it's unreal. Make it for mobile. Exactly, yeah. So what's the point? I've had a lot of fun with Motorsport Manager, but... Oh, see you later, Chris. Thank you for dropping by, man. Let's see. That's fine. They can all leave. Total conversion of FM would be nice. Yeah. It's the depth. Motorsport Manager was missing some of the depth stuff, I feel like. And some of it was a bit, not arcadey, but you know what I mean. Certain elements of it were very, almost like mobile gamey. Which obviously made sense because I think the same studio originally produced games for mobile. In fact, they actually had one at one point. Oh, can you imagine how cool that'd be? Like a network game on Motorsport Manager. Oh, that sucks, Manda. Hope you're okay, man. Just more depth, yeah. And some of the mods did provide some of that, but when's the next game? Oh, good, 4 days. But it is a cup final. Which means, you know what, I think I might just trust Moses because we'll need him here. Instead of the... Yeah, exactly. Although, wasn't Lewis Hamilton from Stevenage? I say was, as if he's not... He is still from Stevenage. A 4-month bike trip. Awesome. Do tell. You don't have to, obviously. So, yeah, I know what you mean. And certain... The fact that the AI cars in Motorsport Manager, they'd be able to change all their engine modes constantly, like 3 times a second, which the human player simply couldn't do. So that kind of stuff was get a little bit annoying when you'd actually see it like flickering between all the different engine modes constantly, and you had no way of controlling it that quickly. But I still think it was a good game. I noticed that Quill has been playing a lot more FM lately, which is cool. I've always liked Quill as a content creator. Bike packing with a friend of mine for the Balkans for 2.5 months. That's awesome, man. That sounds really nice. Why did I pause there? There we go. Best car the driver's very... Yeah! And certain, obviously, random events in the game actually does make sense. That's one thing it does quite well. That is one thing I would say that Motorsport Manager does better than Football Manager is the random events thing. Don't make me go on my soapbox about flavor events again, but that stuff, if they tone it down a little bit, could be very useful for Football Manager and would just really kind of be nice for long-term saves. Whoa, that's a good effort. Something in the air, is there really? This is Monday again. Okay, cool. So I never watched Quill live. I always just watch the videos. Like, I love Quill's Crusader King stuff. It's weird, Mr. Progger. They haven't, and I suspect it's because you know how the star ratings are now more based on form than they are on pure attributes. So he's gone up a little bit, I think. Or it's certainly, even if he hasn't gained a full point, the arrows are suggesting that he is improving. But it's mostly just because he had some really good games like that 5-goal game he had earlier. It's not so much the problem with the flavor text. It's, I wish, not flavor text, but flavor events. I wish FM had more random events that would allow you to have cool stuff happen to keep saves more interesting long-term for people. Make it so that they can only happen to regen players then if you want to avoid the legal stuff. So they've added a few things. Things like, you know, in FM, you can have a player come out as gay. A regen player can come out as gay. It is a thing that can happen. Why are there not other things that can happen to players? And they are in the game, but they're extremely rare. But it'd be nice if there was just more of it. Yeah, that sort of thing. Obviously, you'd have to be careful with the legal stuff because Peggy, not Peggy, what is it in the UK? I can't remember, but you know what I mean, for the rating of the game. But stuff like Peggy kicks a cat, yeah, obviously things that you couldn't have in it. But there is a whole big paste bin that we used to always refer to that shows that these actually are already in the game, but you just can't, most of them just never show up. And the reason I know this is because someone sent me a screenshot once of their player getting injured in a golf buggy accident that actually is a thing. But yeah, I'd just like to see more of that. Yeah, bloody Peggy, eh? She always tells you to get out the pub. Exactly, we could have a real-life jet ski. Was it Bale? No, ironically, it was a player whose name was quite literally Spaz. That's not a joke. Obviously, if the VOD existed still, which it doesn't, I'd be able to prove that. But the guy, he was a Croatian player whose name was Spaz, who was injured in a golf buggy crash. Oh, dear. It has happened to me. It happened, I say to me. I didn't. But Franz Sullivan on my Whitport save came out, if you remember. My big striker. It's the first time it's ever happened to a player. It's happened to me quite a few times, but it's never happened to me with a player that was actually like a player in my squad that I used. It was always like a youth player that never actually went anywhere. Yeah, a little bit. But yeah, I would just like to. I think it would be cool for long-term saves to have that. I regret to inform you that our starting centre-back has joined Boko Haram. Exactly, but also no. But it would have little effects on the players in some way. I think that would be quite a good thing. You could turn it on or off or something. Have it basically so it works the same way as an injury does, whereby an injury is just a factor in the database, so you could then add your own in. That way they could go with the most vanilla shit they wanted, because they'd dig at the mods. I don't know. I think they're missing a trick with that for long-term saves. But then maybe that's just because I am a long-term save enjoyer. And therefore, I may not represent that much of the market. I often forget that I'm not really the target market for this game so much anymore. The hardcore players are very small. Realistic injuries, yes. But it could function sort of like that, essentially. Davey Hackett, thank you very much for the follow. No. As far as I know, they haven't made it in the same way. Because obviously they have to base it off of injuries, whereas I think that they could actually have a separate mechanic for it, essentially, that would allow players to have things like buffs. So say, for example, the player had a child. Things like that would really help with the story as well. Maybe that their morale would have a boost as a result of that, for example. Or, you know, he's been putting extra time in the gym, so now his strength is growing fast. Just little tiny things that could maybe keep the immersion a little bit more and allow you to have more story elements in your saves, rather than, you know, for example, if you had that, then people wouldn't have to invent entire Scandi crime dramas for their saves. It could happen organically. Maybe. Has Charles 16 years later comes with, oh, imagine. That'd be incredible. It could be incorporated, yeah. It could be mixed in nicely. It's a lot of effort. I mean, yeah, but I mean, I suppose we could make the argument about a lot of things in this game with that. Because half the time the stuff that does get hyped up is usually stuff people don't use very often. Like staff meetings. Those are good. Scouting meetings. Remember scouting meetings? Like actual meetings? I'm sure those are well used. Yeah. But I must admit, the moment I saw the thing about staff meetings, I immediately assumed it was just going to be another menu I'd have to click through, and it would just provide you the same stuff in a different menu anyway. Press conferences? Oh yeah, I definitely use those. I have to in my Nordic Nomad save. Dynamic storytelling. Lovely. Maternity leave. Well, actually, this is the thing. It probably would have to become a thing, surely. If they're introducing the women's game, surely pregnancy would have to be a thing that would have to be in the game at that point, because statistically that does happen, does it not? I'm curious to see how they're gonna handle that. I can't wait till I'm playing a normal save and it's just like my male starting striker's out for 9 months because he's pregnant. Love it. I'll be like, mate, I think you're skiving here. Oh, it's a red. A red and a pen? Well, okay. That wraps it up. Oh, yeah, the whole player having a kid thing. Yes, Matt, statistically, pregnancy happens. Again, am I wrong? It's all a hoax. Yeah, no such thing, mate. Fall on these nuts. Oh, we've just won a cup, by the way. How about the fans? Yep. Yeah, why not, eh? Fan runs on pitch, kicks football. I want a dog to be able to run onto the pitch. That's what we're really missing from FM. Boom. They've won a trophy. Enjoy, lads. Moses did not have a good game, but luckily Carlo Mura had a brilliant day. Hat-trick for him. Well, choice, ironically, I don't know if you guys remember this. Upgrade the stadium with a crash. Why not? What are your youth facilities like? They used to have, and it might still be in FM Mobile, I don't know, a sort of scenario mode where it was called You Can't Win Anything with Kids. There was a couple of them, basically. Why is that gone? That's awesome. Why don't they bring that back? I would match delay because of a drone, maybe? I think that was such a cool thing. Scenario modes would be a really cool thing. Person. A-bomb with the 12 months. Thank you very much, man.
How have the pretty boys been doing? My shifts have clashed with stream time this week, sick.
You just can't get the streams these days. We're doing all right. We've won the league very comfortably, obviously. We're in the Europa League groups. We lost to Leicester, but we did beat Braga. So we're still in with a chance at qualifying, potentially, which is good. I wonder if we can get one more little rep bump at the end of the year. Yeah, I thought there was... FM Touch isn't a thing anymore, though, is it? But I thought they might have still been on the Xbox version. I don't know why they got rid of it. It seems like a cool thing. Maybe they'll bring it back in a couple of years as a feature. That's usually how companies do it now, isn't it? Remove thing from game, bring back 3 years later. Hey, feature. Something what FIFA does. Harry shut. But what did he shut? Ooh, Stanislav. Actually, wait. Advance forward. Oh! That's bad, but could be improved. Versus mode still coming soon. Yeah, indeed. But also, remember, Versus mode was in the game. That was a thing that existed in FM already. Not at the moment, obviously. I'm going to definitely put you on a shortlist, bud. While we continue to scout him. Oh, that's Martin Svela. The guy from Bodder. Collars him Cape. Oh, he's 21. But yeah, he will talk to us. Start working any minute now. We just have to keep waiting and eventually it will just start working. It's not going to work. And don't worry though, it will be a feature on FM23. It will. Much like Dynamic Rivalries was a feature this year and the year before. And I say this not because I say this because I want the game to be the best it can be, you know? That's what I truly want. Because if the game is good, more people will play it, and that's cool because there's more people to play the game that we all like, you know, and the studio makes loads of money because they've made a good game. That's all I want.
I open my own hotel.
And also, what I should stress as well is that having spoken to devs, they're doing their best, and they want the game to be amazing as well. They want the game to be as good as we want it to be. I think that, I mean, I don't think it would be in the game if it wasn't going to be in the game at some point this year, probably. Imagine that. But we'll see, I suppose. They redo the dynamic stuff. I mean, do you know what? Probably not. No. I imagine they probably won't. And that's a shame. Shit, I should put 2 there. Draft mode as a single player. Yeah, you can. I actually do that when I'm doing prep for Showdown Draft. I put myself in there and I put a lot of AI managers in there too. That way I can, that way I can go through and work out how much people cost and stuff when I'm planning drafts. And guys, what I want is in what I want from the game. I'd quite like a lot of the stuff that was supposed to be in this one to work. Like dynamic youth rating would be cool. I don't know. One thing I think would be quite cool. All right, tell me if you agree with this one, chat. When you're going to scout a player, say... Please tell me I've actually got some of my scouting here. Yeah, okay, cool. Say I find a player. I would like the option in here to click scout, but then also assign him a priority, which would then sort them on your scouting priorities list so that the players don't just go to the back of the list every time and you don't have to scout through the fucking thing in order to actually find... Yeah, that way, at the very least, you'd be able to have a little bit more control over the priorities of your scouts from the off. That's what I'd like to see. So say I have it rated 1 through 5. And from most important to least important. So when you go to scout them in here, you can select which importance level they are, and therefore it will be further up the list, so you don't have to fucking sort through the whole damn thing when you're scouting 500 players. That right there would be a thing I'd like to see. I was thinking about this in the bath. I do want my best thinking in the bath, chat. Yep, exactly. There's so many players. I would like to see it be 5, because it would give you more room for granularity, but 3 would be fine. I'd settle for 3, honestly. That seems to have struck a nerve, that one. So yeah, that's what I'd like to see. Something like that. I don't know how difficult that would... I'd also like to see them improve national teams, yes. But, you know, come on, chat. It's only a World Cup here. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Oh, dear. Right, so... Tunchel, Pereira, Esteban, Rakov, Coventry, and Remy. All the way round. Alan, Carno, Doran. Okay. And we've got Sharif and Mayeni to come off the bench should we need to. I'm going to put Roy on the bench, though, because that'd be even funnier. I'd also like the ability to delegate certain scouting assignments, but not all of them. It's like semi-delegated. Because at the moment, it's either you tell your chief scout to go and set all the assignments, or you have to do every single one manually yourself. I'd like the opportunity to let him do it, but if I want to add an assignment to the list, I can do. Like, I want to say, right, I want to go scout... You specifically go to scout the African division in Nigeria or something, but I want the chief scout to do the rest of the decisions. I just want to handle a few ones. That would be so cool as well, to have that granularity. So we lost 4-1 in the end half, sadly. Yeah, national team size probably not going to happen. But yeah, we lost 4-1 in the home leg, if you like. Dynamic scouting, don't. Imagine if there was dynamic scouting. You send your scouts out to look in Spain, and it comes back and it goes, well, we decided to go to Greenland instead because dynamics. Basically. The AI can't be trusted in most scenarios, yeah. There's certain situations where I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, but I always kind of trust but verify. That's my attitude towards them. That's what I'd like to see fixed. The pre-match team lineup suggestions. The team selection advice. Why on earth is it, and this has been in for 2 games now, so this is clearly not something that I care about either. When you go into the team selection advice menu and they provide your selected squad, if I untick someone, don't take them out of the fucking team. Just don't touch that position. Like, I wish you could take some of the advice, but not all of it, is my point. It'd be useful for sorting things like benches and certain elements of the team when there's injuries, so you can just do it quickly. And I guess Quick Pick kind of does that, but it doesn't give you the opinion. Like, I don't know why you can't... So if I go, no, I don't want you to put this guy in, you then untick them, but then they just remove them from the team. Like, no, I just want to keep the guy in there already. Stuff like that. Yeah. It's little quality of life updates that I find really important. But again, I don't know how much this matters to the bigger market, which is the more casual player. Most of us here, chat, are not the target market, really. We're the people that take things way too seriously and care about that sort of stuff. Working FM20, maybe? I don't know. Ever since the team selection advice thing has been in the game, that's how it's worked. Because I've been complaining about it ever since it was put in the game. But, yeah. Yeah, indeed. Because the target market would be the most amount of people that buy the game. And if the majority of the people that buy the game are casual players, then that's technically the target market. Like, it's going to be the largest player base. I imagine that actually not many people play it as seriously as some of us do. A lot of people just sort of pick it up and put it down. Hardcore players will buy it regardless, exactly. Meaning that they don't have to do anything to please the hardcore players, because the hardcore players are going to have to buy it. I have to. This is my job, chat. I don't have a choice. Always put a keeper on the bench. I know. It's like, have they never played FM before? Mugs. Turn down a suggestion, they'll sack the player. Yeah. Oh, dear. God damn. I wish those Bolivian players would talk to us, Dose and Fever. We can't even get them to acknowledge us. We're just sat there like, notice me, senpai, and they're just like, I don't even know who you are. Yeah. And at the end of the day, what makes SI money is people buying the game. Ergo, they want to sell the most amount of games possible, and if a largest amount of market share will there come from casual players, because that's just how it goes, isn't it? It's a bell curve. The amount of hours you put in. And that's not even the amount of hours, I suppose it kind of is. It sort of probably correlates quite... And I still feel like the changes to the match engine this year with the animations and stuff actually are huge. And I still really enjoy watching the matches on FM22. And I would not go back to FM21 for this. Still think there's some things that could be tweaked with the actual AI in the matches, but the way it looks is amazing. Hello, Pog. Phil Jones, it could be. Hang on. Opposition instructions. No, it's Bradley Jones. Who the hell's Bradley Jones? Oh, it's a regen. Oh my god. Look at the jumping reach on him. Woo, big Bradders. Probably from the start, even the second division. That's yeah, but Switzerland, I imagine, has quite a high reputation, doesn't it? League-wise. Like, where is the top flight in Switzerland ranked reputation-wise in leagues? I think it's like top 10, whereas we're 37th even now. Like, we're still ranked lower than the Swiss second division in this game. At the moment, anyway. Produce a subscription service. Oh, God, don't. Oh, come on. Bart, you've got to save that one, boy. Dear. Games as a service. I'm not sure I like. It's kind of like Adobe and all their crap. Another thing you have to pay for. I suppose at least that's expensible now. I should probably yell at them. Leicester are quite good. 14 in Europe. Yeah, that's quite a lot higher than us. I would love to be 14th. We're currently 37th. In the league's reputation, that is. Coefficient, obviously, it's way higher than that. But then again, we've still more than doubled the league's reputation since we got here. Because I think we were in the 70s to pirate from... Oh, agreed. Agreed. But I can't, you see, now. Oh, come on, Bart. That's twice in one game. Oh, I've seen it all right. What on earth was this from Bart Verbruggen? The ball's going at him and he's just... Does that hit his knee? That's 2 mistakes in the same game from him. Jesus. COD going to subscription for the next game launch. Wow. I guess I won't be buying it then either. Not that I have ever owned a game of Call of Duty, honestly. It's Ed McGinty in a Bart mask. Could be, yeah. Yeah, I think this has it's not gone well for us. Leicester are quite good. He does seem to have some issues, doesn't it? 86. Wow. No, it's way low. Way low. Wow, 4-0 at half time. He's on a 6.6 apparently. But free on Game Pass. Yeah. Actually, to be fair, it's not that. It's just that I don't particularly enjoy games like Call of Duty. I played Battlefield 1. I enjoyed that. But maybe it's just because I quite liked the sort of the point in history. He's let another one in, by the way. That was, again, a completely preventable goal. I've always one of the people I've always enjoyed history, you know, so I prefer games of that type if they actually have a sort of more historical setting, I suppose. Wow, we're playing like shit here, aren't we? If only I hadn't put Roy Galvin on the bench. I love how he's still on a 6.4 despite being directly responsible for 3 of the goals. That Braga game is going to be quite important, I think. Thank God we actually got a fortuitously large victory in that game. Yeah, fair enough. They have to make money. They can do what they like. Doesn't mean I have to give them that money, though. They can do what they like if they have to make money. Doesn't mean people are forced to buy it from them, then. If FM decided that they were going to put the game up to the price of £300, I'd be like, probably not going to buy that. That's bullshit. Luckily, they haven't done that, obviously, and that would be ridiculous. Oh, no, Emmett's at the post. Yeah, it's not going well, El Revelador, sadly. Bart's made some clangers so far today. Well, we've got 2 more important games coming up against Nordsjælland and Braga. Those are the games that truly matter, as I have just decided. We could still get through, but I'd happily take 3rd. Throw a water ball. I wish you could just throw a water ball at specific players. New goalkeeper. I want to look for a goalkeeper at some point, maybe, but Bart is still a very good goalkeeper. It's just like every keeper has bad games from time to time, and this is just happening to be one of his. He's also been an absolute star for us at other times. Just really not today. I love how he's not even got the worst. Yeah, I'm going to finish it all off. That way we can do transfer stuff on Saturday. And it means I can record a recap for Saturday's stream. Fuck it. Roy, in you come, son. What difference does it make at this point? Even Emmett might get yanked off here, actually. Escobar, maybe. But I don't think... I think by the time we're able to talk to Escobar, he'll have either moved or won't be good enough. Not their own. I don't know, because I don't know much about that. Have we conceded a penalty as well now? Good. Been scheduled. Oh, shit, yeah. That's why we're playing fucking Glentoran. I might just instant result that, actually. Because we've still got 2 more Europa League games and we need to get going. Totally forgot about the fucking Champions Cup. Also, what's happened to Linfield? Linfield seemed to have disappeared because it was always Linfield we played and now it's Glentoran. 6-0. It's going well. Could be about to get worse. At least it's not going to be as bad as that game against Arsenal. No, the biggest loss of the save was 8-2. We got beaten 8-2 by Arsenal in the Champions League last season. Did only lose 1-0 to them. Oh, go on, Miami. Oh, Moses. Oh, no. Yeah, you hate to hear it, indeed. But we only lost to them 1-0 in the second game. And it was a bullshit penalty as well. And a red card that we had. So we damn near, I'd say, turned it around. There's no way of turning around an 8-2, really, unless you win 9-2. But we did nearly take a point. During that whole period, of course, we did manage to set the record for the most goals conceded in a Champions League group. But, you know, record breakers. I look at it. We're making new territory as Moses Mayeni scores his 16th goal of the season and gets us a goal. Helps that goal difference a little bit, eh? Not that it really matters because it's all head-to-head, isn't it? And also, we're pretty much guaranteed to finish above Norgeland very soon and guarantee ourselves third spot. So, at the very least, we're going to have probably some kind of European football after Christmas, which is going to be cool. It's been a while since we've had any kind of knockouts. And the last time we got... what nation? They are from... Oh, God. Republic of Ireland. They're a brand new team for this year. No, technically last year now. But this is the first time they'll have been in FM. What a touch from Alan there. I love how Michael Sharif and Moses Mayeni have actually had a good game since coming off the bench. Turns out they were what we needed all along. Oh, please not another one. Oh. Safak Tunchel's had a poor one. I think I've kind of thrown the youngster into the fire a little bit here. Barry Cunningham might have done a better job. What? Okay, God. Yeah, they are essentially formed from the ashes of Limerick. Who'd have gifted you a sub last week? If I had to guess, I'd say probably Darcher. Or D-Archer. It's either Darcher or Darcher that did it. Statistically, that's the likelihood. It could have been Obbo. Come on. Just, Leicester, please just put us out of our misery so we can finish this game and move on to a match we can maybe win. There we go. We finally got away with it. So you can target gifted subs. So you can, like, for example, if I click on someone in chat, there's an option. So if you just click on their name, it will pop up and it will say gift sub. Or you can, when you do like multiple ones, you can, I think you can target those too. I'm not sure. It just randomly assigns it. Usually it's done on a priority basis. So it first goes to people who are in chat. Then it goes to followers, I think. And then it goes to random. Because I've been gifted subs to chats I've never been in before. Like, and have no connection with FM. It's very strange. Oh, does it tell you? Ah, cool. That wasn't good. But we're still second. All retired porn stars. No. Wait, what?
So
what happened there? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Jas Padres, thank you so much for the follow.
And have a lick me yarbles.
That just reminded me. Some of the strange people who've had gifted subs from this channel over the years. Doesn't bear thinking about. Right, so I'm going to insta these two because we want to crack on with the 2 remaining Europa League games. Plus, it's going to Torren. We know we're going... God, we got a lot of players in the under-19s, incredibly. Despite most of our youth players being shit. Which is weird that they're even being considered, honestly, but sure. Scholars announced. Lol. I love that Declan Mulcahy's in there, too. From Dr. Benji on an account named Kev Zanus. Sounds about right. Oh, dear. I think there was an account going around called Work the Resign or something that definitely followed at one point around that time. Lots of reports. Okay, cool. I'm looking forward to trying out those new training setups that someone sent me from RDF. Right, so I'll just rotate that out. We do that. We hit that. We insta-result this because we need to get to the Europa League group games, and these are the Irish Champions Cup final. This might be the first time we've ever instant-resulted a game on stream, actually. Emmett did score, and that's good. So he's on to 61 now. A cockapoo puppy. Nice. Poggy. Regen name change for Jack's Reese. That's clever. Well, I mean, if you think about the FM Showdown Blue Pineapple, that's essentially on the Saturday night is a network game with 9 people involved. And it still has actually, I don't know if a lot of you realise this, we're not the only ones that are even logged into the match, into the game as well. There's actually 2, I believe, other people who are in the game as well. So that's 11 people in one network game there, and we managed to make it work pretty well. Admittedly, it's taken us a while to sort of smooth everything out and get the workflow down. Yeah, so we came through Europa Champions League. We came through Champions League qualifying, got knocked out in the last round, so we went straight into the group stages. We weren't even really that close. We lost 4-1 to Dinamo Zagreb, so it was a pretty conclusive victory for them. They're just a little bit better than us. Lady works in the vets. Oh, M's jealous, mate. Well, so weren't they actually going to be called something else originally, Insanity? Treaty United. And then they had to change the name or something. Because I swear someone told me that they were going to call them something different at first. Right, okay, so, wow. Hang on. Where are you pissing off to? Alright, well, it looks like it's Moses for this one then. Not that it matters, because again, it's the second leg of this, so we'll just get through that. Cool. Really? First team I ever managed other than my local side was probably União de Madeira. Ooh, narrow. That was a bit harder than it should have been, honestly, but there we go. Quintuple! Right, good. All Irish Champions Cup, not the first time. We don't get any bonuses yet, do we? No. The association declined it. Useless. Just can't get the football associations these days. There was a really good video by HDIC7s the other day about the Irish Football Associations. £46 in the vape shop. What the hell did you buy? And please tell me it was coils. And please tell me they were 0.6 ohms. But yes, I can transfer the money. I was doing some calculations earlier for tax bills. God. This self-employed malarkey. It's the same tax everyone else is paying. It's just that it's in lumps. So Haaland is best player in the world again. Any regens in here? I'm waiting for the first season that we see a regen on this list. Upamecano, Rovella, Frankie de Jong, Pedri, standard. John Smith for PSG. Yeah, that's not actually John Smith. You know what I mean? That's a certain disgraced Manchester United player. I just removed him from the face pack and changed his name in the game. Jurrien Timber at Chelsea. Yeah, no regens in. 8 years in. Limerick United. Oh, that, you're right, yeah. Copyright the city name. Exactly. Are they going to sue the city of Limerick as well? In it. It's not a joke. No, Mando, it's not a joke. It's just what I called him to get so that his name isn't there. Number 40. Oh! You're right. I think he is a regen. Atletico Madrid, 2021-2022. I'm certain he's a regen. He's fucking insane. But yeah, Christian Rodriguez is the first regen, I think, to make it onto the list. That's true. I mean, to be fair, I actually can get a bit of a tax write-off for the microphone. But yeah. Well, because I have to pay 2 different types of national insurance as well. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, that good and only 4. I suppose that is the best player in the world, I guess. So, be 40th best. Roy, you be careful, sir. Well, you know what happened to your brother? Because I don't, but I hope you might know. Right for tax and treaty kits too. You have to be so careful with stuff like that. Like, there's certain things I know that I can expense. Things like my Envato Elements account, which is the thing that allows me to use all the stock footage, for example. That's like 250 quid a year, but it's fucking worth it. Things like graphics that I buy that are specific for streams. Stuff that I buy that is solely used for the stream stuff. Yeah. Yeah, but they're a bit sketchy about stuff like that. So, for example, with this microphone, for example, I do use it for work, but I also use it when I'm talking to my friends on Discord. Ergo, it is not a 100% work item. It should be uniform. I need this convertible to improve stream quality. Kev writes of his clothes. Oh, you can. It's just... Plus, they allow you £1,000 allowance with personal assessment, which means that if my expenses are lower than that, then I just take that anyway, because that's what you're allowed to have, basically. I'd care more, I think, if my expenses were higher. But one of the beautiful things about this is my expenses aren't actually that bad, for obvious reasons. I don't know where I can watch it. I am coming across to a game, Insanity. I haven't picked when yet, but I'm going to come across in the summer to go to a treaty game, because Em wants to go to Ireland as well. So, is it Shannon, the airport you fly into? Hence a 20-year-old GPU. No, that's just because of the fucking prices at the moment, mate. To be fair, that GPU is holding up quite nicely. Exactly, Ben. Yeah. So you have to be super careful with this stuff. I'm just not writing off stuff I can't. I'm just if there's any doubt, I'm just not writing it off and just take the allowance. I think I'd care more if I was earning like moon money, but I'm not. So claim heating pack. You can do certain stuff with rent if you work from home, I believe. It's very complex though, and you have to be able to work out all sorts of stuff. The name change thing, yes, that was cool actually. Being able to change the stadium name is well, we're gonna have to use it at some point during this save when we finally get the Dara Galvin Memorial Stadium, of course. So, oh no, they didn't. You useless pricks. Chat, it is with great sadness that I once again report that Cork City are an absolute bunch of bottle jobs. They finished 15 points clear of Galway United. But they still managed to lose to them in the playoffs. One of these days, Cork City are going to get promoted and we're going to have a celebration and a half. Oh, Eddie, I'm so sorry, Eddie. I definitely care. The title of my relationship with Eddie could just be Man Strings Man Along for many years. Think of the concept with Galway. This is true. They'll find new ways to mug me off. Alan's happy. Well, that's good. £20 pot. Yeah, I actually looked at that. So, Stansted to Shannon is perfect. I can walk to Shannon. I can walk to Stansted. No, I can't. But still, we're definitely coming across in the summer. Because we were going to turn it into like a mini meetup event thing, maybe, if people were nearby or wanted to go across to Ireland for the day to go to a game. I assume the games would probably be like a Friday night or something, but needless to say, make a weekend of it. It'd be fun. Why do we like Cork City? Because Cork City have really good youth players. They're a cool club, but they just never seem to quite get out of the second tier. Yeah, it's a bit of... Exactly, that's the reason I'm not doing it. I'm just like, I pay my tax, I get on with it, you know? I'm just happy to be in a position where if I'm paying tax, I'm earning enough to pay tax. That's the way I look at it. Even if it is a surprise when it all comes at once. That is the thing about it. You're just like... like when you get the tax bill and it's like more than a month's wages and you're like, shit! Right, Northland, this is big. Come on, off you come. We do need Doran today. This is big, because this would give us a damn good chance at qualifying for the knockouts of the Europa League, and it would also guarantee, if we don't lose, then... Well, the thing is, mostly Ninja Chicken, if you're in a normal job, you won't really even notice it, because it will just be... You won't even get the money in the first place, because the money you receive will be already taxed and NI'd. But I have to keep track of all my money as it comes in throughout the year, and then go through this system with HMRC to tell them what I've earned from where. Then they'll work out national insurance for me and the income tax on top of that. Last year wasn't so bad because it was just NI class 2 and class 4. This year, no. I should be so lucky. Right. Maybe I should start a tax haven. I literally got recommended that yesterday. But, no, seriously, taxation is theft. No step on snack, chat. Don't make me... No step on snack. Just thought I'd balance both sides out there. It's my drug money, exactly. Oh, dear. Right. We move. I really like this song. Well, that's what I do. I just I skim a certain amount off each month. That way I can sort of keep an eye on what it'll end up hopefully being. And if it's more or less, it's fine, because again, savings, just sort of stacking it if you can. They'll take kindly to it, exactly. Okay, this is big. Even a draw would wrap up Europa Conference League knockouts, which would be lovely. Because we actually got to the quarterfinals last time we were in them. Yeah, you won't have to do much thinking on stuff like tax if you're in a job, unless you're self-employed, really. Or running your own business, which is essentially the same thing. Which face pack, Wilson? As in, like, a standard face pack, like DF11 or the Z-Gen thing, because they have slightly different methodologies. Just put it all in FFTs. I'm gonna buy me an embarrassed ape, or whatever the hell they're fucking called. Yeah, I suppose it's just... The way I'm doing it works fine. Oh, DF11. It should just be a simple case of putting it in the right folder and refresh. Have you cleared the cache and reloaded the skin? Because that's often the bit that people forget. I did think about registering a company and everything, but it made more sense for me to just be, yes, Emmett! To just be, like, standard self-employed personal assessment or whatever. Well, this is the thing. It's hard to know at this point, because we're still going to get money either way and coefficient points. I wouldn't mind dropping down, provided it was like a close run thing, so we still get points here, and see how far we could go, because I think this team could go quite deep in the Europa Conference League. Clear the cache and reload the skin doesn't do anything. Are you sure it's in the right folder? Because that's basically what you have to do. There aren't really, as far as I know, any more steps beyond that. Make sure you have a config file, but that should already be included in it. I've never had to move the config files before. What was that song? Good question. Let's find out. It was I'm Saying Goodbye by Would You Believe It, chat, Loving Caliber, as we bloody concede to Mohamed Diamande. Monaco or Isle of Man become streaming hotspots. We're moving to Jersey, boys. Oh, yeah, obviously, making sure FM is installed also helps. They have a lot of their good guys. Actually, fair enough that there's a lot the keeper can really do there. He's gone out to close them down. Yes, indeed. Make sure it's your PC. Make sure... We're kind of all memeing now. Oh, Diamanda is very good. I'm surprised he's still here. Power turn on. Yep. Always got to keep an eye on that one. It's weird, though, if it's still not working after that. I've never noticed that before. Oh, God. Oh, no. That should be fine. There we go, Pereira. Lovely. Yeah, remember, we're 8 years in, so he's probably pretty stacked in terms of quality right now. Mouse wasn't connected. You almost had me then, Wilson. Almost. It was actually a briefcase. Have you checked to make sure your computer isn't actually a briefcase? If you need, I can make a really, really superfluous TikTok about it. Oh, God. Oh, no. Hang on. Oh, shit. Chaps, can we not lose to Norgeland? Ah, God, this is not ideal. They've had 2 shots and scored both of them. This is far from good. Right, Emmett's going to have to keep going, I think. We beat them 3-1 away from home, which is another reason why we kind of need to not lose too badly here if we can do. As Alan, what a save! That's a bloody outrageous stop. As long as we don't lose 3-1, it's fine, but we're actually playing okay. I think in the end, we'll end up winning this 4-2. That's my prediction. Hopefully. He said optimistically. I mean, as it stands, technically, we could still finish where we want, but... Yeah, at least Braga are losing. Which we kind of expected to happen, but we have to play them next away from home, and I think we'll probably lose that, given how fortunate we were to beat them in the first time. Oh, I really hope to not have one of these random games, but to be fair, they've been alright. We've just not been able to create as much as we would have liked. But we've still got our backup plan, which is obviously Mayeni and Sharif. Oh, Emmett. Oh, Emmett. Take me, Emmett. 62 goals for the season for Emmett Doran, and we're level by half-time. Well, you might have to, yeah. It's head-to-head, which is why that goal was super important. Oh, dear. ED7 does it again. Great cross from Kano, though. But this is a really good header. Lovely stuff. Emmett Doran bails us out yet again with his 62nd goal of the season. Oh, surely not. He's going to go near post here, isn't he? Emmett Doran over the crossbar. Whew. Okay, now we're cooking. I said 4-2. I still think that's definitely on the cards. If we lose to Braga, it depends on what the scoreline would be, because we beat them 4-1 in the first game, but we were really lucky. 62 goals for the season. Yeah, because he's been phenomenal this year. Man scored 13 goals in the Champions League, and we didn't even qualify for it. That's how good he was. Admittedly, 7 of those were in one game. He's also banged 29 in the league, so he's had a good year, needless to say. He's got 9 in the League Cup, 4 in the FAI Cup. He's even got some in the Champions Cup. Oh, God. What a save from Verbruggen. It's a great stop. It's the most goals I've ever had in a season from one of my players, I'd say. Even Norman Millington didn't get this many in a season. That's really saying something. When he's putting up Millington numbers, we're only at this stage of the save. That was a bizarre effort. You get it. He likes cups. He does. Some say Anna Kendrick wrote the cup song about Emmett Doran. It's true. Hey, August. Right. So this draw would confirm us at least third. Yeah, it's been an absolutely outrageous season for him, to be fair. Now, obviously, as I said, he did score 7 in one match. But that was a Champions League game. It was a Champions League game, and we'd lost the first leg 2-0. So for him to pop up with 7 goals in the home leg was quite something. This game being 2-2 is still a little bit disappointing. Oh, imagine if there was a booty banger there. 44. Oh, yeah, bear in mind, I should stress, he's done this in like 37 games as well. It's not like we've just played a lot of matches. We have played a decent amount of matches, but he's not even played in that many of them. I can't remember how many games he's got for us this season now. So he's currently on 37. So this is his 38th appearance of the season. And he's got 62 goals. Oh, please don't lose. Come on, get out to it. Block it, block it. Yes, Michael. Launch it for the... Oh, okay. Or don't. That's fine too. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I normally just... Hence why I've still got old badges in my badge pack, because I just copy everything over from year to year. Very rarely do I actually update things. Oh, Emmett's slipping round one challenge. This man is filth. It's Treaty 3, Norgeland 2. Look at this guy. A hat-trick for Emmett Doran. Oh, my God. The way he takes it round the defender, goes the other side, suckers the keeper in, and then dinks it over him for the hat-trick. 63 in one season. Oh, filthy Emmett. Filthy, filthy Emmett. That's sensational. What a turnaround. Just one more for my 4-2 prediction. Or his stats like, I'll show you in a sec. Remind me after the match, and I'll give you a little view of his attributes. He's very good, but he's not like world-class or anything. I think he's got 2 years left on his contract. Probably try and get him a new one in the summer, eh? Oh, hang on. Sharif's about to put this across to him, isn't he? Oh, he tried. He tried. The only club currently that are interested in him, or were the last time we checked, was Aberdeen. So we should be fine for now. Booty's ball. He's just had another one saved from close range as it's put in the back of the net by Hajium Noga. What was that Matstradamus-like fella said the final scoreline would be? Ah, weird that, isn't it? Scripted, isn't it? I planned it all along, Chateau. I spent way too much time working on that emote. It's actually kind of scary when you look at it in big. And there we go. Treaty United 4, FC Norgeland 2. Oh, look at his smug face. It's a very smug looking face. So yeah, Emmett Doran's attributes this is what he looks like currently anyway. He's good. He's not world class, but he's good. And it's incredible that he's still only got 1 cap for Ireland, but he is behind Sean Kennedy. Show him a cheat engine it's running. I don't know how I would even do that. I mean, there's no editor, obviously. Doesn't enjoy big matches. Yeah, he seems to, doesn't he? Hadji had a blinding game as well. Hadji has scored 2 goals for us since he joined the club at right back. And both of them have been against FC Norgeland. Weirdly. So, Leicester are probably going to win this group, but we've put ourselves in a great spot to qualify. Or, at the very least, another 500 grand, That's another payment on Dickie Franks. Those 3 wins have basically covered all of our payments off for Dickie Franks. So now we just have to work out where to find the other 2 million quid. Yeah, it's because the game doesn't consider big matches. Dave's on one again. Big matches, as far as I'm aware, it only considers big matches things like cup finals and like certain stuff like that. It's kind of dumb. Dave prefers Doran to Mbappe. How many goals has Mbappe got this season? 18. Absolute spanner. Come on. Doran's got literally 3 times that. Bottle at 6 points skill with 1 game of moment. When I say when I say qualify, I meant like for the knockouts of the Europa League. We've definitely qualified for the Europa Conference League. Record high points total, 95 points. Oh, bloody hell. Doran's average rating, that's probably going to... This will be beaten. 29 in the league is going to be beaten. It's a 36-game league. I think we'll have a player get 40 in the league one day. But Alan could leave... Well, he's going to get a new contract in the window as well. Esteban's won that. Okay, cool. Lots of awards. We're all very happy. But we've still got Braga. In fact, I'm just going to shove a cheeky little friendlo in there. Where's Shannon? Shannon, get oil in. Love, I'm ready. There we go. Right, we're going to play against Oily Shannon. It's the only way to truly see out the year. It's to play a cheeky little one against Oily Shannon. Go slap Braga about their face. We're not. We're probably going to lose that game, but that's fine. So much stuff to come back to after that, but I'll leave that for next stream. Just got to get up to the game and keep going. Leicester they're probably going to win it, I think. They might just about sneak through. Coefficient points too, actually. I don't think we're going to get any more of this. Oh, God. Oh, God. What the hell happened? That was a rough 12 minutes for the squad. What are we up to now? 3 point... Yeah, it's not good. I was hoping we'd do more, but we could still. Upcoming transfer window. Centre-back, definitely, because Pereira's leaving. Unfortunately. And... I think after that, it's just... A striker, definitely not, given that we've got Doran, Sharif, and Mayeni. That is, like, the least of our worries. And we're also getting Dickie Franks, remember? Pereira, I believe he's actually going to Aberdeen. The aforementioned Aberdeen. If I recall. Yes. Aberdeen apparently big jugs in this save. Agustin Canobio. Oh, there he is at Tigres. Potentially new goalkeeper. If we find one that's great, then sure, but I'm not going to rush out. Bart is still an excellent keeper and is actually still attribute-wise and everything one of the best players in our squad. It's easy to criticise a goalkeeper when they have a bad game, but we always ignore the other 30 games they've played where they were perfectly good and sometimes better than good, you know? So that is Agustin Canobio. Lovely surname. He's moved around a little bit, but only in South America. Well, South and Central and North America. Need a Flying Dutchman, indeed. And he is certainly that. So he was at Peñarol, then went back to Centro Atletico Phoenix, and then back to Peñarol a year later before moving to Tigres for £2 million. I'm surprised. Actually, I can see why he's sort of stuck around there. 36k a week, though. Can hardly go wrong there. Right, we'll crack that out there. Poggy. Slap Oily Shannon about a little bit. And then... Oh, the domestic transfer window opens then. Christ. Not that it matters. The domestic one's kind of irrelevant. It's the other one that matters the most. Because we're actually going to have... I can't believe we've already signed up players to join us at the end of the window. The start of the window. This doesn't happen in this save. Look, we've got future transfers. 3 of them. That's mental. Now, chat, on Saturday stream, when someone comes in, after 10 minutes, they can say, did you sign anyone? I'll be like, yes! Look at them. In all their beauty. There's Renatus Petkus, because we could. And he was a Lithuanian international. There's Dickie Franks, who's fucking ridiculous. Although, sadly, does have the lower end of the crossing thing, but sure. And then there's also Nemanja, because that. So, we'll see. Also, that's another striker, by the way. He's definitely getting a loan spell next season. Very much going to be playing for someone like Waterford, I think. If they get promoted anyway. Right, so we smack Shannon. Watch us get injured now. 2 more for Doran. Doesn't count because they were friendly, though. Those sadly don't count towards his record for the year. I don't think, anyway. He's got 9 assists as well. So he's got 63, 9. Court could probably do with a striker, true. Hey, Ellis. How's your afternoon going? Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing who we get to farm out. I want to see who's going to become the Daniel Steen, or who was that guy? Freddie From. I want to know who's going to be the Freddie From of this save. The guy that we had out on loan at Brann for like 6 years. And was regularly the top scorer in the league. Oh, good. Jacob Carno's injured. Oh, that's actually a slightly more severe one. I guess he has a winter holiday he's got to get off onto. That's so much stuff to look through next time. Means pub or restaurant. Really? That's good. That's good. What does the last part of his name mean? Or is that just like a standard suffix? Drogheda are going to sign Thomas Tweet. Alright, I guess. Well, happy to do it, lads. Get him in, Little Chef. Nice. Who else is in Europe next season? Good question. So we got Dundalk, good. St. Pat's, dislike them, but yes. And Derry City. Most importantly, though, Skamrock Rovers missed out on Europe. And I think that's something we can all enjoy together. You have a striker? Yeah, we're just... Everybody gets a striker with us. Hoey. I don't know if I trust you. Seems a bit hoey. His XG, yeah, it's not high. It's 37. 36.49. And he scored 63 times. He is a little bit ridiculous. He will never have a season like this again. Cool. But I like him. Well, if he's really good and he starts cooking up some goals, we may have to call him the Little Chef. Cheetah! With the 19 months. How's it going, man? Board in a Zoom class. Can you hear us? Or do we have to do the smoke signals again? We do. We have a collective hatred of Skamrock Rovers here. No offense if you're a fan of them in real life. It's not the real life Skamrock. It's just the in-game one. You can hear me. Nice. Oh, there's the draw. Really not listening. Could the whole class hear me right now, Gia? Because I could just say some really offensive things right now, as opposed to the other offensive things that I've already said. I'll tell you what, we might be able to see the draft. The draft? The draw. You can specifically offer them to domestic teams. So, just as an example, I'm obviously not going to do this, but when you go to offer to clubs, if you go to here, you can go targets. Now, you can do this thing here. It says exclude foreign clubs. That works, but the best thing you can do is actually to go into here and go to clubs from nation and then select your nation. It looks like it's the same, but FM is weird, and this one gives you way more loan bids from what we found. It's called the Pablo method. Darth Daniel, thank you for the follow. Have headphones on, damn it. Your class just missed out on Hairfax. Hairfax? Bearfax. Hello, Ismaila Sorrow. I'll scout him, but I don't really think that's the signing we want to make. But this is how we got Eric Doran. That's a good question. Is he? He's definitely the top scorer in the Champions League still. There's no way they've overtaken him yet. Yeah, no one's even got close to him yet. As to the Europa League, yes. He is he's the top scorer in the Champions League and the Europa League in the same season. That's surely never been done, right? Do you reckon if he scored a load of goals in the Europa Conference League knockouts, he could maybe get all three of them in the same year? Yeah, Ronaldo must be livid. I expect he's retired, though, isn't he? That's it, Ronaldo. That's when you get him on wish.com. Why did I type in Ronaldo as if I was going to find... Oh, there he is. He's an assistant manager who's unemployed. Hi, Ron. Do you fancy stand-up club I want to work for? Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot that you had an illustrious managerial history there, Big Ron. Who is it that you've worked for so far? Yeah? Which clubs? None of them. In 5 years. Yeah, thought so. Moving on. This guy, Braga game is huge, actually. Essentially, it's a shootout to decide... What? No. I know he's transfer listed, but also no. He's a homegrown player. I wouldn't go to Treaty either. Too wet in it. No. I don't know. Look at the diving potential. Then again, if he's a coach, it's probably not so important. Right. Off we go. This is it. At least we've had a rest. Except... Oh, God. I wish we had Dickie Franks right about now. Coventry and Remy, that way round. Wait, no, hang on. Surely Booty... Yeah. For sure. Sharif on the left? Yeah, with Mura having to play on the right, we kind of have to, don't we? Bazza's back? Okay, good. Join Skamrock Rovers, he probably will. He'll be their manager one day. Who's going to be homegrown next year? Good question. Let's find out. So, Alan... Oh, no, that's the year after. And Safek Tunchel... Oh, hang on, wait, no. Let me just... There we go. So, Luis Alberto Naves will be our Aldoran, but at least he'll be able to go in the squad, so that's something. And then in the future, we've got 2 guys. Well, Alan and these guys on loan. But then the year after that, we've got Bayrak and Tunchal. But we're working on getting a few more guys through to do exactly that. So it's getting there. And these are all trained at club as well. Remember, we only need 4 of those in the squad. We do actually already have a couple. It's a slow process, but once we've got a few guys in, we'll be good. And I'm still prioritizing players that will count as homegrown. Oh, also remember, all 3 of those guys that you saw... Oh, no, 2 of them. 2 of the signings that are joining us in January will also be counting as homegrown in a few years. Where's he from? Yeah, it does show his city, doesn't it? It should do anyway. Only send a lot of his domestic clubs. Yeah, it's weird, but the countries thing works so much better. From what we found anyway, that's the way to go, is to ignore that thing and then just go to targets and select the country you're in. So Emmett Doran, where was he born? He came through at Rochdale, so he was probably born in Trim. It's quite good actually, honestly. I don't know where Trim is. Is that County Antrim, or am I thinking of something else? Or is that in Northern Ireland? I can never remember. I don't know much about Irish geography, don't hurt me. But yeah, so he's from Trim. Right, we're away at Braga. Imagine if FM had modelled Braga Stadium how it actually looks in real life with the sheer cliff face on one side. That'd be sick. Completely ridiculous to suggest that, but it would be so cool. One of my favourite stadiums in Europe. County Meath. Ah, okay, cool. It's going to be a sad day, exactly. That's going to be such a sad day. I'm honestly at one point not a bot. Emmett Doran, 1-0 treaty. No way. He's done it again. 64 goals for the season for Emmett Doran, and we lead in Portugal against Braga. They've got a hell of a task on their hands now, because even a win for them isn't enough. They have to win by a certain margin. So I think they now need 5 goals. Oh no, technically they only need 4, because after... yeah. If they got 4, it would go to goal difference. And theirs is better than ours, I think. Well, clearly. Andre Horta. So if they score 4 goals from here, which they... Oh! Noga off the line. Well done, sir. Yeah, 4-1 would do it. But just getting in the front is big for us. And that and Emmett. Look at Braga's start. How did we beat them in that first game? How are we winning now? Imagine getting 12 points in this group. They are clearly shooting from range or having low quality chances, because otherwise we'd be seeing them. We are absolutely FMing the shit out of Braga right now, by the way. This is insane. Pereira's just scooping that long. Doran will probably win it, actually. But I guess who needs it? When you've got Emmett through the middle, anything could happen. Right, come on. Leicester band as well. Oh, that was dangerous. Alan? Oh, hang on. You could just smack this across. Oh, he's done it again! It's 65 goals in a single season for Emmett Doran, and it's Braga 0, Treaty United 2. How? How has this happened? We do not deserve to be winning this match. It's a great little cross from Sharif, and then Emmett's just got in between the 2 defenders. Bang. The man is a blessing. Oh. I don't think anyone's going to get a record like that ever again. 65 goals in a season. The most we ever had anybody get in a season with Tromsø, even during the years when we were the most dominant side imaginable, was 58. And that happened twice. And yet here he is with 65. It's not even close. We did just have... Oh, they've got one back. We did already have a little gander, right? But I'll show him one more time after the match. These 4 more... Imagine if he somehow got another... If he gets another 4 goals in this game, then I think something's gone a bit wrong. When he gets internationals, yeah. I think someone could certainly beat it. How's the Northern Leicester game? Hilariously, that game's 0-0. Oh, Bart with the big stop. We don't deserve to be in the position we're in this game, but yeah, here we are. Are we passing into space already? Yes, we are. Okay, cool. Just checking. Because it does seem that Michael Sharif out wide knocks around the side for Doran. It just seems to be our cheat code for today. Okay, not there. That's a bit ambitious, Emmett. We know you like a hat-trick, but like for real. Also, that now takes him to 9 goals in the Europa League. So he's got a real strong chance of being top scorer here as well. Ball in. Mura. Oh. Imagine if he was on pens. True. Maybe we should get him on pens for next season. Don't know what his pens are like. Not that it matters. Right, so Alan will get you off for Howcroft. And I might even get Lesterban off because he's on a yellow card. We've got Rakov there. And Booty's actually not been good either. Right, okay. Emmett taking pens. No, he's not. That's the thing. He's not even on pens. Booty's ball. Oh, he's nearly scored again. He scores all sorts. He's only 6'2". I should point out, he's only 6'2". He's just, because he's quick, he's got good finishing, composure, he's kind of the perfect striker for what we need right now. And I can't believe that we didn't even know about him until a random news article linked us with him. He's wonderful. He's freaking, yeah. That'd be a waste of his training time. But putting him on pens, I'm certainly not opposed to. And except we are, because we'll be fine with it up until the point when he takes a penalty that he then misses because he's not as good as the others. Oh, that's a good header from Junior Adamu. I'd quite like to not lose this game. I think we're probably pretty safe as far as they'd have to beat us 6-2. I think that's unlikely. But it'd be quite nice to get the point. Or at least, or even win because of coefficient. Imagine if we actually did somehow win this still. To be fair, we just need one little chance for Emmett. What position are they? No, okay, they're playing like that. I thought they were playing 4-4-2 for a second. Ah, Mura's lost it. Oh, dear. Oh, big save Bart again. That's a good stop. He's a good keeper. He's just had a few poor ones for it. Oh, that's a good goal from Abel Ruiz, though. Nothing Bart can do about that. Looks like we are going to lose. Just don't concede another 3 goals in the next 5 minutes and we'll be fine. We didn't deserve to be 2 goals up in this match anyway. Kind of nuts that we even were. Braga have kind of battered us in both games and somehow have only managed to win this one 3-2. But there we have it. I'll still yell at them. They were, come on lads, what are you doing throwing leads away like that? Embarrassing scenes. Point is, Leicester won 4-0. They've got a plus 20 goal difference. The draw's really close. And we've got no more games in between, so we'll do the draw today as well. You really get... Oh, that's that. Oh. James and Caffey, thank you for the 10 bits. From Trim came a talented man, a legend to each treaty fan. He scores goals for fun and he's nowhere near done. And that man's named Emmett Duran. Oh, it works. Oh, lovely. Okay, so Booty's going to be suspended, but that's we've qualified, so we're in the Europa League knockouts again. That sort of shows where it's it is. It's very true. So the draw should be somewhere around here. Oh. I never think. So there's usually a... All right, yeah. Not changed over the past season. Win a quintuple. And they're like, so. Ah, dear. Broadcast revenue's up, though, which is good. Doran, believe it or not, has sold the most shirts. Imagine. Best 11? Oh, that's our treaty. I can't help but feel like this screen is completely fucked. Yeah. Does a best 11, doesn't include Emmett Doran. Shut up. Tactical style, clean slate. What does that even mean? Oh my lord. Most overall goals in all of them. How can they ignore ED? Look at that face when you win so many trophies that it doesn't even fit on the screen. Imagine the year that we win the Champions League and the Super Cup to go with it. We could do a heptuple chat. Right. Vision meeting, presumably the same as develop the best youth system in the country. Well, I'm going to need help with that one. Squad dynamics update. Oh, God. Oh, God. Well, that's fine. Club World Cup. True, yeah. Capable of doing it again, of course. Yep. That's an easy one. Oh, God. This is this meeting here where it's broken, isn't it? Right. Yeah, this menu is completely fucked because we're going into the Champions League next year, obviously, because we won the league. But because we're in the Europa League at the moment, it gives us these, which means none of these options are correct, and we're not allowed to choose anything else. So I don't know which one we choose. Knockout stage of the Europa. We're literally in the Europa knockout stages of the Europa. No, you can't back out. You have to give them an answer. Too ambitious to be in the knockout stages of the Europa, which is literally what we're fucking in. Yeah, so basically it's screwed up because of the Summer League thing, but there's no answer. That all of the answers are gonna fuck you, basically. None of them work, as far as I know. But, oh well. Ah, dear. Oh, the reason I find that wouldn't work is just because if you do that... God. What a piss take. Alright, Alan. No, that doesn't even work. Not with those ones. Because the reason it doesn't work is because you're not in the Europa League, according to them. You're in the Champions League, even though you're in the Europa League. So even if you go for the lowest ambition one, they still don't like it because it's got no... It doesn't... The two things don't connect to each other, basically. So there's no correct answer on that menu. We are Leeds. Thank you so much for the follow. That's going to happen every year now, and it's kind of annoying because it's just going to hit you for morale for no reason. Like, come on. Surely there's QA testing. Although, I say QA testing for the Irish leagues. That much we probably don't... Doesn't feel like there is. Right. Where's this draw? I swear I saw a thing about it coming up in a few days. That maybe, but I'd rather actually at least do it. I might have gone past too many of these now, actually. But, oh well. PSG and Newcastle in it. I think it was... There was definitely a draw date. Does it show you on calendar? Probably not. Oh, actually, wait. It shows you on here, doesn't it? $11th. Okay, so it's tomorrow. They may have him. I mean, I think whoever we're going to get is going to be tough. Because remember, we're a group runner-up, which means we're going to get the hardest draw. So it's not going to be simple at all. All right, here we go. Draw. Who can we get? Oh my god. It's Juve are in here. Ajax, Siska, Atalanta, Dortmund, Malmö. I'd take Malmö. Ream, Roll, Sparta Prague. Do you think FM's too easy? No, because I think FM's a single-player game. And you can make it as easy or as difficult as you want it to be because of the self-imposed restrictions. Espan. Okay, there's actually something in here, maybe. Watch us get Juventus now and get absolutely twatted by them. Yeah, I'd take Malmö. We've beaten them before. Okay, that's those out of the way. Ajax, probably. Please, no. Okay, good. Salzburg. I'd take a crack at Salzburg. Oh, that's annoying. They got Ream. Espanyol. I'd give it a go. Oh, come on. Leipzig will be screwed. Oh dear. Napoli, that would be tough. Oh, wow. Actually, Feyenoord, maybe? Oh, okay, so it's Siska. You know what? That's actually a winnable tie, I'd say. That's not bad. I think there were easier ones, but Siska's all right. That's actually maybe a winnable one. What was their group like? They finished above Lyon. Who did they beat? Presumably Lyon. Yep. But it looks like Lyon were a bit gash. And also, Siska took a 1-1 draw with Milan where they had 2 red cards. So they're clearly not muggy, but they only narrowly missed out as well. What was their draw? They took 3 draws as well. 2 against Milan. Yeah, I think avoiding Napoli, Ajax, Dortmund, Juve is key. Plus, some of those ties are against each other. There's a lot of weaker teams against each other, which means that potentially, should we progress, we've got a chance of like a Malmö or a Rom in the next round as well. So, you know, all things considered, that sets us up quite nicely for maybe a little cheeky Europa League run after Christmas. I'll take that for sure. Which will, of course, well, that won't be on Saturday probably, because most of Saturday, I suspect, will be transfer stuff. And oh boy, am I excited. Oh, so, let's, oh, Alice is back live again. She can't be tamed when it comes to streaming FM, apparently. We're going to raid back over. Send anyone that came over with her raid back to her. It's the ultimate play. Oh, dear. So, yes, on Saturday, we'll be back, of course, with the transfer window. We've got a budget of around about 6 million. We've got some signings already lined up. Dutch, thank you so much for the follow. If you have enjoyed the stream and you're new, drop a follow. That would be lovely. We'll be back on Saturday, though, 11 a.m. to get cracking with the transfer window. It is going to be very, very interesting indeed. I'm looking forward to what we can come up with. Maybe we'll get a little bit more options on players. You never know. So let's go right over to Alice. I'll see you guys soon. Hold your gun, capybara, and bye-bye.